Hey, Nathan here, helping you become a better jungler. I have a review request today from a player over on the European West server. He's Platinum 4. This is a Warwick game of his. He goes 5, 6, and 4. It is a loss. So why do you want me to review this game specifically? So he says, first 2v2 mid was unlucky. I expected to kill Dyna before Jax arrived. Okay, we'll take a look at this. Poor laning phase by every lane. Continued to be a fiesta. No idea what ADC top we're doing. Okay, a bit of a blame game here. I'd rather you really start focus on yourself in terms of when you send these requests over, but we'll again take a look at it. Watch some of it again, and honestly there were plays played poorly, but overall felt winnable, but felt very much alone in the game. It's solo queue, ranked, you're going to feel alone in the game. It's not a full team, 5v5, you're not all on comms. That is part of this solo queue experience. You don't choose who your teammates are. Alright, so specific moments after laning phase. Let's just take a look at your runes before we jump into your win condition. Okay, so it looks like you're actually going Conqueror here. Okay, so Conqueror Warwick versus Press the Attack. So I guess in terms of Conqueror, Conqueror is obviously very good in extended fights. The way Warwick is sort of played is very basic. You go in, that's why Press the Attack works so well on him. Go in, get your auto attacks off, get your ult off. Like, you're not going to be doing like auto attacks that much unless you're into a very heavy melee team or like tanky team. You are into triple melee topside, but you see, I don't exactly view Zed as like a traditional full melee champ. Like, he is like in out. Same with sort of Diana. I mean, Diana goes Conqueror, so she technically is. You are versing a Shen, so I can sort of actually see, I think it's probably 50-50 this game, Conqueror versus Press the Attack. But in terms of like the early game strength and power, I just think Press the Attack is just so damn good on Warwick. Yeah, so that's my view on that. I still think Conqueror is potentially fine. It can work. Let's see how it goes this game. Triumph, which is pretty standard there. Tenacity, that's great. Versus a Jack CC, Shen, Taunt, Jinx, Traps. Definitely want to be going that. Last Stand, that's awesome. Okay, you go to the Resolve tree and you take Conditioning here. Revitalize. So I actually do like the Resolve tree, but you should absolutely take Bone Plating here. Bone Plating, because you're again against assassin type champions like this, very bursty champs. And I do think Revitalize synergizes obviously really well with Warwick's Q and his healing. But yeah, Conditioning just doesn't make any sense to me here. You're like trying to like scale up in the game and build like tank stats. I mean, I guess you sort of are building tank, but I mean, by the time you start building tank stats, you've got your Tiamat, Cinderhulk. I mean, you're not really getting resistances for a long time, and you're an early game strength jungler. Conditioning is for scaling champs like Sejuani, I don't know, like Rammus, like those, like Zac. This is not for Warwick. So I think the Resolve tree here is good, but go Bone Plate, and I think it'll be really effective against champs like Zed and Diana. And the rest of your runes are fine. You got attack speed, AD, and armor. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about your win condition here. So what do you say here? So you say you had no idea, I didn't see any lane with an option to win and hope that our better team comp will help us after the laning phase. So definitely don't want to be relying on that. You need a damn solid game plan as Warwick early game. If you don't have a game plan in early game, you're just going to be dice rolling your games and like that's it. Like the fact that, especially against the Jax, like his clear is not that good. You dictate the pace of the game. You be the proactive jungler. You're a Warwick. This is Warwick's strength as a champion. So the panels are focused mid-top as top enemy Zed was perma pushed and mid was very snowballing. So I mean, you're not really going to know that until the game happens. Mid was snowbally. Okay, so my perspective in win conditions. So I'm instantly looking at a Zed top with Ignite, with Electrocute into a Garen. This guy, I don't care if he's under tower. This guy's going 0-20 this game. Like, he's not going to get away with playing Zed top. Garen can get to a point where he literally gets like ninja tabs, like get some armor items, literally unkillable. He could just get tower. Zed, again, between you and Garen, 0-20. You're going to start red buff, and I want you to do blue. Gromp, look to either gank top or pressure it, but plan your entire path in around that. You do have a Valkos mid here. Valkos with a barrier. I mean, this guy just wants to sit back, farm. You don't want to be actually getting into 2v2s with a Jax Diana at all. Like, yes, you're stronger than Jax theoretically early game, but Diana's Conqueror here. Like, I mean, it's reliant on Valkos hitting skill shots, and you just can't be trusting your teammates to be hitting insane skill shots in solo queue. I'd rather just not take that risk. He might be a god, but I would not risk it at all. And you do have a Jin and Nami bot lane, which is a little bit difficult to gank, especially against a Shen, Jinx. Potentially can do stuff bot. I mean, you have Conqueror. That's going to be great against the Shen. But top lane, top lane, top lane. Top lane is going to go 0-20 this game, if you play it correctly. So, let's jump into the game here and take a look at your early game. Okay, so you place a ward here. You want to know where Jack starts. That's awesome. And you see him start red. Okay, so this is important for you. So you know that he's starting red. He's going to be most likely bot side. I don't know. He's going to do Krug. Oh, he's definitely not doing Krugs. Okay, so in terms of tracking, for the next 2-3 minutes of the game, he's going to be bot side, bot river. Use that information as you will. Alright, you're doing a level 3 path now. This is fine. Okay, so I'm not sure what Garen's trying to fake this out or something like that. He's just given an entire wave. Okay. Bit interesting. But I still like this. You are a red buff Warwick. Just come and kill this guy. Look at this. Look at where he's standing right now. And oh, wow, he actually has not leveled up W. This is a dead. You're a level 3 Warwick. Come kill this guy right now. And Jax isn't here as well. It's 100% a 2 versus 1. You know that, remember? You know where Jax started. Okay, so this is the early 2v2 you're talking about. So you need to just know this. I mean, there's nothing really unlucky about this. Like, Jax is here. You need to account for the 2v2. And in terms of this, I don't like this 2v2 at all. I mean, the Dinosaur has flash. There's a minion wave coming up here. So you're going to crash into a big minion wave. Potentially going to be tanking that. Here comes the minion wave. You're first to flash. And you die giving doubles. So again, nothing unlucky about this. You need to count. You need to be aware of this. Go for this gank, but you need to assess. Okay, can we 2v2 them? Where's the minion wave? I'm versing a Dino with Ignite. My Vel'Koz has Barrier. That's not really going to help me. That sure that helps us in a defensive position, but in terms of aggressiveness, you know, Dino can literally turn on you. So I don't think this 2v2 is favorable at all, even if you just didn't kill the Dino. So you're lucky that Vel'Koz gets the double buffs back. But again, look at top. This is where I wanted you to put your pressure here. You've completely ignored this. Okay, so going topside now. Probably to do Rift Scuttler. And I just can't emphasize it enough. Like, you cannot have a bad early game. You cannot drop the ball early game as Warwick like that. You're just going to delay your Tiamat, delay your build. You're level 3 Warwick right now. It's just not ideal at all. Like, you cannot have a bad early game as Warwick. It's just, like, denies the identity and impactfulness of that champion, especially against a Jax. Okay, so you go mid here and you show. Again, look at this. Look at this top. He's literally just used his W. Need to be looking at this. Look at this. There's his W. This guy's no W. You show mid now, going bot side, giving free information to the enemy team. Okay, you do skip Raptors there, and you're going here to do this. So this is a bit of inefficient jungle pathing. I probably would have done Raptors, Krugs, based, and then gone topside. I mean, I guess you can just go topside here as well. I mean, this is good. You're finally doing this. But the thing I really don't like about this now is that you're ganking at around, like, this time, giving the enemy an opportunity to maybe just Jax just to literally just ninja. I mean, you see him bot to ninja dragon. It actually does look like you lose dragon off this. See, and the worst thing about this now is, look at this, gank in terms of impactfulness. Like, this is what, I would almost just say this is too late. You're going on a wild goose chase, Jax is taking this, they have bot priority, you've lost dragon. You get the kill, sure, but look at this, your Garen's 20 CS down, he dies. Not good. Really not good. And you lose dragon off that. You should not be losing dragon to a Jax, I can tell you that as Warwick. So, okay, so let's take a look now at what you can do next. So you base, can you buy Tiamat? Great, definitely be basing to buy Tiamat. I love this. 2 control wards, awesome work. Got to go bot side, that's really all we can do now. This guy's literally just perma-shoving. I mean, this Zed should literally have been 0-20 this game. Anyway, let's move on from that now. Okay, so looks like we're going for another mid gank. You see, this is again very risky. You don't know where Jax is. Zed's just gone missing, but remember, you know that because your red buff's up, Jax's red buff's up. So he's most likely topside. So he's obviously not going to show up here. If you guys go for a 2v2 now, like, Diana is actually pretty strong. She has a blasting wand. She has ultimate. She could get a good E and double ult you guys. There's so much that could go wrong. Again, she has Ignite Conqueror. Like, this is a risk that I just wouldn't be taking. Do your red. Do Rift Sculler, do your red. I mean, your camps are a little bit awkward spawn time right now. I still think top is your win condition. But actually, the thing about this game here as well is you're versing a Shen. So you sort of need to know that he's in lane so Nami can stop him and Jhin. And they actually have pretty good tools to stop him between, especially when they get ults. I mean, Nami gets her ult. So that's something you need to take into account. But it wouldn't have even been a problem. If you impacted that lane early and got that Zed, he should be like 0-3 right now. Shen ults this, you guys just 2v2 anyway. Doesn't matter, like, at all. Even if you guys go for dives, honestly. You just one-shot the Zed. You can just kill him in a silence from Garen. Alright, and you actually Valkos dies there, so not much you can do about this. Are you actually going for it? Again, don't like this risk. Huge risk taken right now. I mean, Shen is level 5, so it's okay, but where's Jax? Where is Jax? Should get the kill. No, you don't get the kill. Okay. So this is actually almost a perfect example why press the attack you would have killed her 100%, just a heads up. But I think you cancel an auto attack here. Yeah, that's it. You cancel an auto attack here. She would have died. Come. I'm going to slow this down for you. I mean, this is just mechanical misplays and, you know, this is, again, really bad. So this is where you cancel it. Get the fear. You see, you cancel the auto attack. She survives literally on one health there. One more auto attack. Again, use 1 and 2 Warwick. Taking these, I mean, again, you cannot have a bad early game as Warwick. Like, you were talking about after laning phase. Like, you need to look at this first 8 minutes of this game. This is you need to perfect this. If you're playing Warwick, review all the time your first 10 minutes of the game. Like, this is where I would actually think I just lost the game. Because the game is just so... The longer the game goes as Warwick, the more out of control the game is. Especially against the Jax, he just hard outscales you. Alright, so you're level 6 at 8 minutes now. You have a lot of options now in terms of jungle camps, partly because of that death. You sort of got decision fatigue. You've sort of ignoring top. I mean, look at this Garen. I mean, this Garen has, like, died to this guy, 20 CS down, but look at the impact he's still doing. Like, he's in Ninja Tubs right now. I mean, he's still losing this 1v1, but again, if you were there to help it. So you do red, you skip your bot side camps to potentially come top here. I mean, I guess you don't have ult, so this might be risky. I mean, if you're looking at the lane, you would know that Zed wouldn't have ult right now. Potentially come and kill this guy again. He just uses W again. This guy keeps using it aggressively. I can't believe he's getting away with this, but I guess this is good Rift Trail take. Zed wards this, and you get Rift. Okay. So, let's go top again here. Like, I know that it's a 0-1 Garen right now, but this is literally like your only win condition. Like, get this guy so far behind, break this tower. Like, I mean, I don't know, maybe it actually is just too late for you. But I just want to keep showing you, like, this is why using F keys is so important. Look, there's the W. How's he going to get away if you come gank this? I know this is warded, maybe you could have looped around. So many options here. So you're trying to gank this Diana, who's 2 levels ahead of you right now. She has a Rod of Ages, she's pretty tanky. You don't exactly know where the Jax is. Okay, Jax actually shows up here. And Zed dies to Garen now again. Looks like you're coming top here. Get the ult. And kill him. Okay. You're killing him without your Garen. You know, there's not much you're really going to get off this. So, it's good that you're killing him, but... You do burn Rift Herald here, but there's just no way you're going to be able to get this tower. So general rule of thumb, I mean, I guess I like this Rift Herald-ish. I mean, I want you to pressure top, but... I mean, there's not much really to say about this Rift Herald, to be honest. Like, you're not going to break this tower. You just get some plates for yourself. Garen misses out on it all. Yeah, I mean, I think this is the tower for you to break again. You've sort of pressured it, but you haven't. Like, you can't take half measures in terms of Warwick gameplay, having a game plan. That's the point of win condition. You hammer, you chip away at this, like, part of this tree as much as possible, and eventually it will break. That's what would have happened this game. You would have broken this tower, Zeb would have been really, really far behind. Alright, so Zed actually shows up now. He ults you. I mean, this should be fine. This is where Warwick is super strong. You just have E. Okay, let's walk down this direction. There's a big minion wave here. Your Vel'Koz isn't around. Diana has a minion wave to tank. Okay, definitely could have survived there. I don't know if you're going to die from this night. You do die. Sloppy play. Again, looking like from what I can see here, it seems like you're not looking at waves enough. So this is where something... I mean, you're obviously using F keys, a combination. Personally, that's what I do. I use F keys and move around the map. But from here, it looks like that your map awareness needs a lot of work. I think that's your biggest downfall, looking at lanes. So yeah, using F keys, you can rebind them. I rebind them to my mouse. Or you can also use the map, but I like to use a combination of both because it's just more efficient to be able to quickly switch, spacebar back to yourself, and, you know, so on and so forth. Okay, so we're coming out of base now. We're going bot side. I really would actually just be hammering top side. Like, I just want to break this. You've actually invested so much resources into this. Let's just get this. You actually lost Dragon from that top play as well. I forgot to mention. So you're actually losing Drags as win condition as well. Yeah, you should have actually gone straight to top side out of base. Note that down here in my notes that it will be on my blog. Should have gone top to break. Like, even though you got a 0-2 Garen, like, you guys just destroy this Zed. Like, hard destroy this Zed. Break this tower, then we can start pushing them out. Alright, so Jax is top. We decide to counter jungle. Take the blue. But you did lose top tower for that, so it's definitely not worth it. You are against a Shen, so potentially a little bit difficult to dive bot. Skip your Raptor camp to defend mid. I mean, your options are really limited, to be honest, right now. I mean, there's not much you can really do but farm. And again, this is where Warwick, you just don't have the options. Like, you have to have a good early game. Potentially should be coming top right here. Alright, so I think you mistimed your E a little bit. I know you're charging it up to try and protect it, but this is sort of timing thing. Like, start channeling it now. He actually gets away, the Zed. Nut, you can chase him down. Warwick's good at chasing targets. Okay, so you do have a control ward. This potentially might be a little bit... Okay, Zed actually does show top. So Vel'Koz is coming. I mean, you don't exactly have control. If you actually, you guys have got bot tower. Okay, let's take a look at this a little bit more. I mean, they do have mid priority, so this is a little bit annoying for you, losing some CS. I actually do like this control ward here. Alright, why aren't you sweeping this trinket? So you saw this ward by the enemy Shen. You have sweeper, you have the scrying plan here. Let's make sure the enemy team's not knowing what you're doing. It's going to be very obvious if you're trying to hit this blast cone to try and smite steal this. But I think you really just need to give this up, to be honest, unfortunately. You just don't have any control of this. You would be going in like 1 versus 3. I mean, maybe you can go for a smite steal. You don't have ult either. Yeah, they lose drag. You lose dragon there. So not much you can do about that. Didn't exactly set it up in advance, but this is the thing with getting mid tower. As soon as they get mid tower, dragon just becomes incredibly easy. This is why I say it's such an important tower in the game to get, because then they can just get easy drags like that. They have full access to bot side by having constant mid priority. The Zed is just still again up here. He's just not getting punished at all. So you get ninja tabs, you get a control ward. Could you have bought 2? You could have bought 2 control wards. Super important at this stage of the game. The fact that you're behind, you need to be using them defensively. Here, here, here. Looking to get Rift Gel. I mean, this is the next objective in this game. You need to get this pushing out. I mean, you actually, the enemy team's in the driver's foot. Really, all you can do is try and hope that the enemy team sort of misplays. But I mean, the Diana's starting to get out of control now. She actually scales pretty well. Diana actually gets pretty greedy there. You get a kill. Take Rift Herald. Alright, that's good. Okay. Ideally want to be using it to break mid. Top tower should be able to figure out a way to get this organically. Come here, clear your camps. There's not much you can do right now. Save your rift. Defend mid. Potentially want you to do your Krugs. I don't think you've done Krugs much this game either. Definitely with the jungle experience changes 10.3. Okay, so this is always going to be risky. Enemy team is all missing. Walking into the jungle alone. Luckily you are a Warwick and you cast your E before Shen gets the taunt off. So you flash out. This actually could go. So this is where your Warwick does excel. Making the enemy team use all their abilities on you. You just kill through everything. Tenacity and Last Stand. That's where it really kicks in. Okay, cool. So you guys are chasing Jinx. Potentially the opportunity to Rift Herald here. Yeah, let's just break this tower. But Garen walks in and dies. Okay, you need to come and defend this after this tower. Alright, let's back off. Defend. No, Jax. This guy's sort of baiting you a little bit. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And actually kill your Jhin here. Okay, so kill Diana. Alright, this is actually potentially good. Denying 4th Dragon Soul. Okay, so you don't have any control wards right now. I don't know if you had an option to get them in your last base. So it might be a little bit difficult again. I mean, you guys have both the mid tower. You're pinging it. Alright, so before you get this, like, let's go straight onto mid wave. Let's just get the priority mid. This is going to make this control in this area much easier. You can see where their wave is based on where your wave is. I need you to pressure mid before starting Dragon. Look at this mid wave. Come here, quickly get it. Quickly get it before starting Drag. Set this up correctly. Alright, so I think you're actually going to lose this. Your Jhin and Nami's died. The enemy's all back on the map. And they get 4th Dragon. Okay, this is where I'm going to end the review. I mean, I'm looking at the time controls here. They just get Baron and they just got 4 Dragon Souls. Super strong, especially with Zed, Diana, ults, super less cooldown, move speed. Like, you guys have no win condition right now. Your Warwick's getting to the late game, not good. Garen's 1 and 4. Valkos isn't fed. You know, Jin's 0-4. Jinx is like a hyperscaling ADC. Shen's 3-0. So, yeah, it's not... The problem here is not your mid to late game. Your problem is your early game, and this is what you really need to polish up on. So I want, again, that to be your focus. This is, if you're going to be playing Warwick a lot, this is the identity of the champion. Perfect your early game. The rest of the game will be much smoother for you. This is why I do my live stream, Your First Jungle Clear. My next one's actually going to be tomorrow. It's going to be about tracking the enemy jungler. And this is why I have that show, is because just the emphasis of how important good early games are as a jungler. That's where you have most impact of a game. When it's against the 20 minutes plus, you know, you're sort of just like a either ward bot, or if you're super fed, you can carry, but, you know, that's, you know, 1 in every X amount of games. So you check out full notes from this review over my blog, nathanmott.gg. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.